take out. We're going to get started. So there we are. We're going to do believe. So as you know, you want a red background paper, which is included. First thing we're going to do is take the 16007 wrapped with care, and we're going to do some cuts on it. And if you see the directions right there, the first thing you're going to cut is an 8 by 8, and I always take mine from the bottom. So I'll cut, as you see across there, you're going to need an 8 by 8 and an 8 by 4. That 4 by 8 you're going to lay aside because it's going to go for your third layout. You're going to need that piece. So 8 by 8. So I'll cut that. I'll turn it around, and I need that 8 by 8, which will leave me. There's my piece for number 3. I'm just going to put a little tag on it so I don't use it other times. Number 3, I'll leave that aside. So I need this one for this layout. And then I'm going to cut the header off of this one. And I need a 10.5 by 4. That's 4 inches. So a 10.5. Oh, yeah, 10.5. All right. 4 inches and a 10.5. And then this little piece here left for the flag. Okay. So we are going to start taping. You will need, with this one, with your black paper, you can cut out 2 strips of paper at 10.5. I've got them cut out here by 1/2. So from your black paper, you want to cut those. And then I don't think we'll bother cutting out the photo mat. If you want, the photo mat is red, 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. You could choose to put 2 photos on there. So you might want to wait until you know what pictures you want to put in. But we will go ahead and tape this page and ink it if you'd like. This other one, you're going to use the opposite side, so you can tape the red side on that one. When I was waiting for Corinne to come this morning, and I said to my husband, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. You know, I feel like I'm just talking to myself. And I said, he says, well, you can talk about this, this, and this. I said, oh, no, I talked to them about this last time. I have no new stories. Christmas tree? Oh, yes, I got to tell you this. My grandson's a little special, let me tell you. So he's decorating his tree last night, and I get this picture from my daughter, and he's standing on a ladder trying to put decorations on the tree, and with look of determination in his face. He's 2.5. He gets to the top of the little step ladder, and he takes aim, and he just throws the decorations on the tree, thinking they might just stick. Okay, I'm just getting this stuff set up. I'm an inker, so I will quickly ink. I changed my ink pad today because last time I was here, as I was inking, little pieces of the foam were falling all over. So that's one thing Teresa gets after me. She says, you know, you can afford to buy a new piece of foam. So she'd be proud I did that just for today. You also will need that white strip that's also in your package. Corinne's being busy as a bee. She's over there doing the same thing.
And moderating.
She's doing it all today. So you also have that little strip there that you had, the little red strip that was left, and you're going to cut that into a flag. I think I showed you last week. It's just as easy as touching that little corner together and cutting it. Oh, don't watch what I just did. Cut it the wrong way. My tag is shorter. I'm also at this point going to tape those two black pieces so that they're ready to stick on. When you go to put this piece of paper on, leave this top, like have your tape, but leave it, leave the backing on because you're going to tuck that the flag or the what is it? The tag up top in. So we'll tuck it in and then we'll cut this stuff off. So that's the other thing you need is your tag. And you have a piece of twine there. So if you're ready, we're going to, I'll just give you the dimension or the markings where you want to start that on one side. This red piece will be 3/4 of an inch over from this side. And 2 inches from the bottom. So 2 inches up with 3/4 of an inch over. So if you put that piece there, and the only thing you need to tape at this point is this side, because you've got stuff to stick on other places. So I just always hold it in place once I've got my measurements. Lots of times when I'm designing them, I use my pencil and put a pencil mark so I get it straight. So I've got that piece in. Then you've got this little white piece. And it basically is just going to slide under here. So it gives it a little edging around it, basically like that. So you can put that piece in right now. There it is. At that point, you can take that bottom piece of tape off, and that piece is down. Okay. Okay, this piece is going to sit up 3/4 or 3 Just one moment, sorry. 3 3/4 inches. That's where that's going to sit up, and a 1/2 inch in. Just like that. A lot, I mean, these are just guides. If I'm using a plaid piece of paper, something with lines, I just line her up on those lines. So I'm gonna hold that down and get the one piece sprayed on. See, I cut my nails this morning. And now I have no nails. Cut them just for you guys, because that's the only thing you see of me. You know what, guys? I have to put mine lower. You may too, because you have something to, I forgot to bring that piece. Yeah. Yeah. Because the measurements I gave you aren't going to work with where I put that piece of paper, because you want to hide that edge. See what I mean? You wanted to make sure that this white piece and that are coming together. By the way, I don't know if you guys have this stuff, but this is great for undoing something like I just did, where I went to put that piece of paper on, I was getting it in the wrong spot. That stuff will take off that paper like nothing. Okay, so that can go on both sides there. Your black is just going to follow in underneath there. Top piece. Okay, tag, I'm just gonna ink up. So you can do up your tag. On this one, I used the words ho, ho, ho. So they're right on the sticker page, this, and I just basically put it on there, and right underneath that hole, you guys can put on whatever you want to put on there. Tucked it in. Oh, there we go. And then, you know, I must be having a bad day, guys. I've cut this tag wrong, this flag. It's 3/4 of an inch. I'm gonna fix mine. You guys probably all cut yours the right. There's the tag. And then these tags that we're putting on there are from the chipboard stickers. So if you want those, if you'd like to put the same ones on, that's where you'll find them. It's going on right there. And then I use this other dimensional, and it's from the chipboard cluster. Sorry, I'm sorry. I think I called this a sticker. It's a cluster too. Last night I was going through this and writing down on the same page you guys have for the instructions, but I was writing down what everything was, because I don't know about you guys, but as I get older, I really can't remember my words and what things. Sort of like when I'm talking to my husband, I'll say, can you get that over there? And I'm pointing in the direction of what I need. And he said, could you just use your words? And I said, you know, lately, if I could use my words, I would, but I can't remember what that clock over there is called right now. It's terrible. I don't know if everybody else has that problem. So if you hear Corrine finishing my sentence, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna put this photo mat on for Teresa. Put the believe, which is right on your foam stickers. But anything else that's going to go on this board, I'm just going to leave for Teresa to do at a later date. She needs to put a picture in there. Leave. Also on here, down in here, I put Dear Santa Claus. And once again, that's personal preference, whatever you want to put in there, because maybe you're going to believe about something else, or maybe you're not even going to put believe there. But I did Dear Santa. So there we go. That is that, because that would go in there. And then I have another tag right here, but I don't want to put it in because that picture needs to go in there. And it's going to say magical season. And I used dimensionals and stuck that higher. So there we go. One page complete. We're going to go on to page number 2, which is a double layout. If you want to get out the stuff that you need for putting across the top, that would be good. So I'll just quickly show you. Number 2, this is an easy peasy one. There we go. It's a lot of pictures made quite simply. There we go. Okay, so if you take out your directions and your pieces of paper. So this one, you're going to need all your pieces. So you need 2 red papers. There we go. You need your cutter. And on this one, you're good. So this is the paper you need. 16006. It's got the poinsettias. Is that how you say it, poinsettia? Because I've been watching a Christmas show that's called them poinsettia or something. I watched it last night. I don't know if that's American.
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to cut the header off that one. And then you're going to take a 1/2 inch off the top. So just move her up a 1/2 inch and take a 1/2 inch off. Okay. There. And then just turn it. And you're going to take a 1/2 inch off this side. I know I've used this technique before, but you know, when you've got a page that's got this much empty space and it's already designed, you're either going to put a single picture up here and a picture here, or you're going to rip it up, somehow divide that piece of paper. So I kind of like the tear. So we're going to do that tear on down. Oh, so that'll work like that. I like it edged. If you don't want it edged, it's up to you guys. Sorry, every so often I look up and realize I'm not in the screen. If you guys could put your mics on, you could yell back at me.
I should be doing double duty.
So sometimes in these layouts, you'll notice that we give you a couple of the photo mats. I mean, that's just to save you guys money, because otherwise we're giving you a piece of paper that you're paying for and all you needed was one small photo mat. So you'll notice that in there, that sometimes we give you a photo mat. That's just to save you money.
And you're not even paying for it.
And you're probably not paying for it because you guys all know Teresa. There we go. Mine's edged and I'm going to tape it. So I don't know if you guys all know, but there's a sale going on at Pastimes today. It's a continuation of what?
Yes.
Of yesterday, which was, what's it called? Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday. And they're doing a whole bunch of Grinch things
On top of it.
on top of it. What's the sale down there?
I'm just gonna tell you.
Okay. She's gonna tell us what the sale is.
Okay. Buy one, get one free of equal or lesser value of the Suquang. That's what you see Sandy using is Suquang. It's our most popular tape. And once you stick it down, it's stuck.
It is stuck, but you can use this to get rid of it.
Yep. So buy one, get one free. Limit of 12 rolls. So she's got tons of it. So go buy yourself some Suquang. 40 to 60% off select paper collections. She had a whole bunch of new stuff brought in this week. So it's not necessarily old stuff, it's new stuff down there.
Oh, do I need to get there?
You need to get there.
Okay.
It's while supplies last because yeah, she could only get so many. And then there's lots of red tag specials on stuff down at the store, which I can't even tell you what all the red tags are. It's sporadic and I'm not sure what she red tagged. So also, I just want to let you know that they're doing Grinch photos down there today and tomorrow. Today from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's walk-ins, and from they only go till 5 p.m. Yeah.
Oh, well, let's get moving,
going.
guys. Let's get going. Okay, so that's what it's gonna look like. You don't have to worry about not taping it down anywhere because everything's gonna go on top of this. So I'll show you. Let me see. I leave 1/4 of an inch. Kind of make an edge around it at 1/4 of an inch. So if you're using, say, Suquang, this is why I really love it, because I'm just gonna take off that one edge. I'm gonna get it down. And then I know it's straight. And then I take off my other pieces. Because once you got one piece on, it is straight. There you go. I mean, everybody has the tape they love, so I'm not going to tell you to change over. I found it easy. So there we go. So I'm looking at Filled with Joy, this directions, and there's a typo in it. It says photo mat 6 1/4 by 6 1/2. It should be 6 1/4 by 6 1/4.
That's my error, sorry.
No, you know what? She can't take the blame on it because I'm learning to do them on on the typewriter all by myself. Maybe next time. Okay, so what you need is this is from the photo mats, or the Simple Story page pieces. There's so many different, because you got so many different stickers, thicker, whatever you got 4 different things that you can choose from. This is from the Simple Story page mats.
Page pieces?
Page pieces. So it's this piece, the long piece. So ink it up if you want it inked up.
Shows in the package of the page pieces.
These are the page pieces right here. It's in there. you guys may have to just remember what these are like. And then when you're taking pictures at Christmas, make sure you get the ones that will fill these holes. That's your plan?
Yeah.
That's your plan. That's good. As you know, I'll be taking pictures for next year because these are from last year. And we'll have the new one in this year's. Katie FaceTimed us just before we started and she said, did you know you can buy apples in the box from Safeway? She's in Regina and she turns the camera around and Rhett's putting things in and out of the holes, and the next time he's in and out of the box, it could be his new latest toy. You know, this is why I need to hear them, because then they could tell me stories about their grandchildren or their children or.
I know, but it's too much background
Oh, she
noise.
thinks it's too much background noise.
I don't think I know.
She knows. Okay. So that's on there. I have right over here in the corner, something that says December 25th, and it is a sticker. So off the sticker page, you've got this, it's right up there in the middle, sort of. I just inked that and I have it stuck up with a dimensional. Well, you know me, 3 or 4 dimensionals. It's okay. So Corinne's just keeping up, guys. There it is.
Because I don't put so many dimensionals.
That's right. She says she doesn't use as many. Mine are not coming off. I'm telling you. Okay, in this this time you have, you know, I don't write a lot on mine, and I better start writing more on mine. And I could say I just don't do it so you don't see it, but it's really, the truth is I don't do a lot of writing. But anyways, you did get 2. I'm not sure where my other one is. I cut them out last night. I don't know where they are. Anyways, you'll get 2 of these journaling tags to put on wherever you want to put them. You have another sticker to put on. Sorry, it's right here. And if you want to if you don't want to put on your photo mats, that's fine. I'm just going to gauge where mine is going to go right there. And I'm going to put that photo or this one on right in there. Kind of like that. Because I put that there, and then you've got, just hold it. You've got this one here, which is it is chipboard cluster. So that is going to go right on in there. The chipboard, does it come from this? Just hold it. It comes from chipboard clusters.
Okay.
So I also used dimensionals on that. I can't believe it. I'm going to show you how many I put on. Really, truly, this is not coming off. She thinks she can beat me. Okay, you put on 5. You put on 4. I put on 5. And I'm just overlapping that a little bit, and it's going on right there. So I have all my mats cut. I'm not going to bother putting them on, so Teresa can put those on. I'm going to go, that's, oh, I also put on down in the corner here. I've got another sticker, so we can get that sticker. It's at the top of your page up here. And that went down in this corner. When you're finished this, you will still have lots of stickers and stuff left. Yeah. So on the other page, you have got more stickers. I'm going to stick a photo mat just there so I kind of get gauge where I'm going to put that. We've got filled with joy. And then you've got a couple stickers here that are like leaves with a little berry on. There you go. And we've completed another one. Number 2 done. So I'll just wait for you to take that stuff and put it aside. You can get the stuff out for number 3. Okay, number 3. So I'll give you a few minutes to get out what you need for it. Remember, you have that for this one, you have, there's number 3. You have that one piece of paper that you cut from the first one. So I'll put that out. Okay. Here's your green background. Are we ready? I'm kind of watching Corinne to see how fast she's going there. Okay, so on this piece of paper that you need to cut, this piece of paper is also used for layout number 6. So we're going to cut out both pieces now, set the number 6 piece aside, and then we'll just tag it and put it aside, then you'll have it for the next one. So we'll start by cutting that piece of paper, the header off. Oh, did I tell you what it was? It's 16008, Simply Magical. Okay, so for Simply Magical, you want to cut one piece of 4 by 10. So let's cut that out. Four by 10. So that's the piece you're going to use on this one. Once again, I'm just putting spare pieces up there when I have them up at the top of my page. And then you're going to need a 9.5 by 3.5, which is going to be for page number 6. Before you make that cut, I'm going to confirm that. Yeah. So you need 9.5 by 3.5. 3.5 by 9.5. Then I'm just going to tag it. I find it really handy to have a pad of stick-it notes or whatever you call them. This is for page number 6. I'm going to set that aside. Okay. Okay, so as we're cutting, we need to cut this piece of paper and this red checkered paper. So on it, you have to take this is an 8x4, and then cut off an inch off the shorter side. Sometimes I question myself. Yes, an inch off the shorter side. So this side, so you want 1 inch off of there. So bear with me because I have to go slow on this because of the way I tape this paper. So you want that 1 inch off of there. So you've got this look now. Okay, so we've got 3 pieces of paper. Right now you're gonna take those, ink them, and tape them. Tape. Corinne, don't you have any stuff to tell us? Corinne's daughter's doing a lot of practicing right now. Is she going to do dance exams right away?
February, January.
Oh, I understand everything Corinne's going through with this because I did it for, I don't know, Katie danced from when she was 3 till she was in grade 12.
Ava thinks it's the olden days.
Pardon?
Ava thinks it's the olden days.
Yeah, that's the olden days. Does she do anything with it? No, I feel though she's a stronger person for it. You have to say that after you spent that much money. She does say that Katie's an oncology nurse in Regina on the oncology ward, and she says she often gets comments from the nurses and from the patients that she stands really nice and tall and straight. So, I mean, it was all for it. Yeah, she got something from it.
Oh, not for a good discipline.
Yeah.
Denise is sitting here online, probably. I can't see her, but she's probably shaking her head. Yep. Because her daughter dances with me.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, they're like besties.
Oh, good. Well, it's always fun to have best friends in there. Okay, well, while we're waiting, we also, from your paper package, this is one of those times, I believe you got 2 photo mats. You also got a little piece cut out like this. You want to ink that if you're going to ink it and tape it. You know, guys, if there's things that you think that I'm doing that it would be easier to explain to you or whatever, text Corinne, because apparently I'm not supposed to just give up my number randomly like I did last time. Although I never had anybody weird phoning me, so.
But it's going online. It's going on YouTube.
Apparently it's going on YouTube, but I don't know who else would be watching it except for Scrapbookers personally.
True.
She had me worried though after I said it. She, oh no, you shouldn't say that. but I did. So you've also got a little piece of paper. Once again, we're going to make a tag. So we'll do that, get that all inked up. Okay, if we're ready, I'm going to give you some dimensions so that we can get this on here. Okay, we're going to start with the red, the first piece of red paper here. This is what I mean. It's just a little tricky, not impossible, but I'm going to give you the dimensions I have. Okay, you're going to go in 1 1/4 inches from this corner with the red. Man, I've been spot on when I've been placing it. Now you want to go up because we need room to put in magical, right? So we want to go up 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4 in, no, sorry. 2 3/4 inches. Two 2 3/4 and 1 1/4. Don't untape this side. If you've got, you can just take your piece of tape and throw it back on there. Only because we're going to tuck in that last piece of stuff there. Oh, no, sorry, not on that piece. Oh, you were all okay. Okay, so we've got that one piece on. Now you're going to work on this piece and measure over on this red piece. You want to go over 4 1/2 inches. So 4 1/2 inches over here. That's where this is going to go, 4 1/2 inches. Oh, I have a perfect line up. And then I'm just going to give you from the bottom, 1 inch from the bottom. So popping it up right there and right there. That's where that is going to sit. Don't cover this side, right over here. Okay, you just want to put, you're okay on the top and the bottom. There you go. Okay, so this here area is where magical is going to go, and magical is right on your, they're the foam stickers. Foam stickers. It's going to go right in here. I'm going to, you have this cluster. It's going to sit up in here, and I'm just going to kind of place it there right now, because what you want to do is you want to get this, the piece of red, you want to get it tucked underneath it. So that's what determines where that goes, because you want to make sure you hide that seam. See what I mean? So I didn't put it on, but I want to make sure that I'll be able to hide that. And that will determine where I put all these pieces. See, so this piece, that piece will go in there. This piece will pop up in there. And then this is going to cover, because this piece obviously is too long. See what I mean? So you just have to kind of guide where you want to put that. You can tuck it under. I think I'm going to tuck mine under a little bit just so I have more room. Should have never cut my nails. Okay. I'm going to put this piece on. It's going just right up against the edge here. Some people are going to be frugal and cut that little piece off at the edge. You could use it on another paper. So this, I just put tape on the back of this. I also am not putting down the pictures right now because they're kind of on a funny angle. I just chose to do that. If you like pictures straight on, you'll be able to fit a picture straight on. You'll be able to put, you could put 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 this way if you want. Because remember, you don't have to follow the picture sizes that I have. I'm pretty standard at what size of pictures I use. It's either 4 by 4 or 4 1/4. I stay sort of in that. Okay, there's that. There's also another chipboard cluster, this one here. And I did use a dimensional on this. And of course I inked it. And there it is going on right here. You've just got so many things that you guys can choose from on this page. Yes, there's a lot. Teresa gave me a lot to work with. So, I mean, if you have green paper and red paper, there's a little bit of paper left from this layout, but you're gonna, if you have red paper and green paper, you'll be able to do a lot with this after. Or you can make cards with all these stickers. Yeah, Corinne's doing many things with her little. Okay, so we've got stickers on this one. I've just put the tag on the top, the flag tag, whatever. I use dimensionals on this sticker. If I were at home, I would take the sticky off of that. I don't know why. I always take the sticky off of it if I'm putting dimensionals on. You don't have to do that. But I have a container of corn starch in my basement that I make stickers into, not stickers, so that I can play around with them on the page. So this one's going up there. Yeah, this one's popped up. And then there's a Merry and Bright, and it is a chipboard sticker. So let's find that in here. Oh, I've already taken it off. There it is, Merry and Bright. It's little. So Merry and Bright is up there. just tiny. And so now we've got this in here. And these are, they're from the Simple Story page pieces. So what you want to get out is these two things. And these holly pieces. So you're going to edge those. I think one of the things I'd be interested in knowing is if you guys are keeping pace with this, or if you need us to slow down, because we could slow down some. Or if this is a good pace for everybody.
You don't always have to text the phone either. If you're working, I know on a computer, I'm just looking at my computer, there's a chat button at the bottom. You could type it in there and I can see it. So.
Okay, this one here, guys, I'd used dimensionals on that. So I'm just going to tape this. Lots of times if I use two small pieces together, I'll tape one down and have it kind of sticking under, and the other one then I'll use a dimensional on. So in this case I taped this piece, the one with the leaves are spreaded. I used a dimensional because I'm going to sit it up on top of the one that's sitting down, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so I'm just once again just looking at where placement of pictures would go on here. You don't have to put them on. Another thing I'd be interested in knowing is would it be easier if we cut the photo mats, or do you like just getting the paper so you can cut your own photo mats at your own leisure? This wreath, I use dimensionals on it too.
Feel good with the pace. It helps having the instructions like beside her when she goes. So
okay. And do you need more? Detailed instructions? I kind of do it like the way that I pace myself, but if you need me to write down there exactly where you want that piece of paper, that can be done in the next one. I can have more numbers. Sometimes I know when I've taken classes, there's so many numbers being thrown at me on a piece of paper, I can't keep up, but I can certainly do that for you. So I just laid my photo mats on there. Now, right in here, before I put these little stickers on your sticker sheet, right down here is I put Believe in the Magic, which is right down here. So that's what I put on the middle. I kind of kept it to one edge, put it in there. And then I have this sticker sticking down. I have the one that I have a dimensional on top. Like that. Let's get in there, picture. In the picture I have on mine, it's Reed, and he'd never seen this German, I don't even know what they're called, the German. My sister lived in Germany for about 5 years at the beginning of her marriage, and I think my mom thought my mom went over there, mom and dad went over there a couple times, and it's like they decided they were German all of a sudden, and there's a lot of German stuff at my mom's house now. So Reed, this was his first time ever seeing one of these. He thought that was pretty neat. Okay, there you go. That's it. Oh, nope, sorry. If you look up here on your sticker sheet, I have the word joy in there. On your sticker sheet, way up or down here, there's a joy and it's got a flower around it. I took that off and then I just cut out the joy part of it so it would fit in there. So does anybody follow the Hallmark Christmas movies, or is it just me? Do you do them?
No, I cannot stand Hallmark Christmas.
Oh, she can't stand them. Oh dear.
Teresa and I have this argument all the time. Forgive me, I think they are all the same.
They are. They're absolutely all the same. So I cut that out and I'm just going to stick it right kind of in the middle on, maybe I'll stick it straight. Anyways, as I'm doing these, I'm watching them. Mind you, this Christmas one was done before the Christmas movies came out. I'm sure I would be more inspired if the Christmas movies were on at the right time. I have a very little TV in my scrapbooking. I don't even know what to call it in my scrapbooking basement. One day I should show you guys pictures of it. Yeah, you just never, okay, I'll tell you. It's a 1909 house, basement unfinished. Now you know where I'm working. It makes me think of.
Tiny little area.
It got a little bit bigger.
I know.
A little bit bigger. I traded sides with Keith, who retired. Then now he's back. Now he's got his set up. I think he just had less junk than me because the area looks bigger that I left now. Okay, that is number 3.
Yeah, we'll do one more and take a break.
We're doing one more and then we're taking a break. So number 3 is finished. So we'll set that one aside. Oh my goodness. This number 4 is so simple. You'll wonder, but you know, you have to do what the paper calls for. We could probably do 2 for a break. There's okay, there's number 4. If it can't get any easier. No, it can at the end. Okay, so you have absolutely, you're going to make 2, you're going to cut 2 photo mats and you're going to cut them. This is going to be your background paper. So all you need to do is cut the top off of that. So we'll go ahead, and that is 16003. Here Comes Santa Claus. We want to cut the top off of that. So there's your background. You're going to, when we're having a break, you can do this part of it because you're going to actually cut this Santa Claus out, but you don't need any of the leaves underneath him and you don't need his skate, but you're going to kind of cut him out, fussy cut him, take the tree off and everything. Just Santa Claus is all you need, but you don't have to do that now because we're going to cut our mats out now for this page that we're doing. So on this one, your photo mat, the first one you're going to cut is 4.5. See, if you leave Santa Claus on there, then you can get 4.5 this way by 6.5 this way. So tricky. I always have to think about this. A 4, sorry, not 4.5, 4 and a. I have 4.5 on there. Let me double check that. It is 4.5. Yeah, it's 4.5. Because it's usually 4.25, but it's 4.5. So 4.5 by 6.5. So if you have that on there, 4.5 to 6.5. It doesn't matter if a little bit of a tree's on there or anything, it just doesn't matter. Okay. So basically, that's them cut out. You're going to fussy cut that. You've got your 2 pieces that are going to go on there. This is so simple. All you're going to do is put your mats down where you want. And on this piece of paper, you've got these corner pieces. Once you attach your mats, you're going to put these little corner pieces on the edges. So I chose the 2 green ones. They go on there. Put your picture in. You would have got, I'm looking for my piece of paper here with my pieces in it. You would have got the word believe. Now I'm just going to show you guys something. So I can't live without this. This is a Xyron. If you don't have a Xyron, this is what you need to ask your husband for. I wrote this down because I wanted to tell you. We don't have any here, these sticker makers, but they're at the store. They're $26 plus tax. Does the first one come with?
It comes with one, yes.
The first one comes with the insert in it, but the inserts after that are $15 plus tax. And it's so simple and easy when you've got these little things to put it in there and pull it through. And then you got this sticker. Make sure you rub it down, because that's going to go on there.
Let me know if you want one, because we can grab one from the store. Put it aside for you.
It's a lot easier than having to tape or glue. Because I'm going to tell you in the next one, you have a lot of little stars or little snowflakes. So, you know, it'd be advisable to have something figured out before you get those. Are we taking the break after this one and then they'll fussy cut?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do after this one. We're gonna take a break and fussy cut.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the
get
bathroom.
a drink.
Do whatever you need to do.
Only 5 minutes.
Only 5 minutes, apparently. When you put in their mats on, just leave enough room for the word believe in between. I think I'll put my believe on.
We're a good time. We'll do 10 minutes.
Oh, she says we're in good time. We can have 10-minute break. You could get something to eat. I feel like you're all my friends, so I'll tell you, I'm once again back on the wagon. I had to rejoin Weight Watchers because all through COVID, I thought, well, I got nothing else to do. I'll just eat, or I'll bake bread, or I'll whatever. And now in the last 2 months, I decided, oh, nothing fits, like nada, nothing. So I rejoined Weight Watchers online, which is very hard to do. There's no one looking at me, and when I gain, no one's looking at me like, and you know what? They never did berate you or anything. I just felt that if I had to go there and step on the scale in front of someone, it was better for me. So I rejoined, and
You tell me how you're doing, but then if you don't do good, it's okay.
well, because that's what they would say at Weight Watchers. You're going to do better next week.
Well, there you go.
But this time I do have other people helping me along online, talking to them. And I have my husband working on it too. But you know, men, they lose weight faster, and it's a little bit depressing that they can lose it so fast. So anyways, why I was saying this to you is, you know, I weigh in on Saturday mornings, so I can eat. I feel like I can treat myself on Saturdays and then be really good the rest of the week. I mean, I can't go overboard, but like I'm always thinking, what can I have? What did I want all week that I should have today? Starbucks. I did get a Starbucks, but I got, what did I get?
Got a mango dragon fruit refresher.
A mango dragon fruit refresher with no lemonade in it, and I put a sweetener in there. Okay, so beside the believe, you have what is this called? Is the cardboard sticker, Dear Santa. So I'm going to just put that on with a piece of tape. Oh, I shouldn't tape that on, because what if she can't get the picture underneath there? I'm just gonna,
it so far.
I'll just leave it for Teresa. Yeah, you could, if you're not, you know, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm just gonna put it over here for Teresa. As you've probably figured out, I do these and then Teresa gets them. So that is that page, guys. There's something else
Over here. Already, and I wasn't paying attention.
What? Oh, my goodness gracious. No, we do. We have a sticker. Sorry, this sticker right here. That's going to go down in the corner. And I popped it up. It's going to go down in here. Probably over top of this thing you don't need to put on. Too busy telling you about my Weight Watchers journey, which is continual in my life. I always tell people I understand if they smoke, and it's so hard to quit because that's what I feel about weight. Really hard to not eat. Okay, so apparently Corrine is getting up and walking around. So this is the time you have time to eat, go to the bathroom, and fussy cut your next thing. So we'll see you in 10 minutes.
We are live.
Hi guys, we're back. Our next page is number 5, Christmas wishes. So during that time you cut out the Santa Claus, and you're going to need your background page at 16004 under the stars. You can take the header under the tree. Well, why would it say under the tree? There's stars. Oh, the other side is trees. Snowflakes. Oh, honest to goodness. See, this is why I told you that I can't remember my words anymore. Yes, I'm sitting with a speech therapist. There you go. So I'm going to edge my Santa Claus. That's what I do. Tape it. Okay, so you're going to need this red piece of, you've got a piece of red cardstock, and you're going to cut it out at an 8.5 by 10.5. And I want to show you something. I use this, I'm showing it the wrong way. This Simple Stories page template on this one. They are so handy. That's the one I used. So this outside dimension is that. And so I cut out my piece of paper like that. And you don't need this to do layouts, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is. So all I did was I cut out that size. You put it on there. And then you just place your pictures right inside that. And when you take it off, they're all in the right spot. You don't need this to do it. It just makes things easier. So you're cutting this piece out at 8.5 by 10.5. You can cut that, tape it. And on the bottom, I've left an inch. Let me confirm that. 3/4 of an inch on the bottom and 1/4 inch on the side. So 3/4 of an inch on the bottom and 1/4 of an inch on the side. There you go. Now you need to go on to Simple Vintage Rustic Christmas, the 4x4 elements, 16, or let me just pull it down so I don't have to try to use the bifocal part. 16013, and you're going to cut out this Christmas wishes, which is down here. Now, I mean, I'm sure you guys all know this, but when you're cutting these out, because there's so many layouts, and not on this one perchance, this one just worked out that I didn't use a lot of the background paper, but if you just cut out that little piece that you need, if you like the background and you're not using this side, then you have, you know, more paper to work with later on. But if you cut them all out, then you can't do that. So I have taken to now just cutting out exactly the one I need. And with these cutters, it's really easy to do that. So So you want Christmas wishes. Edge that one. Tape that piece. And so basically, this is how easy this is. You're going to tape it down here in the corner. Then you're going to have room to put a picture here, a picture here, and another picture here. So I'll put that one on now, and then the Santa Claus can go on the side. The Santa Claus goes over here. Got it cut and taped. You know, I took the skates off only because the pictures weren't of skating. But if you're doing skating pictures, which would work great in here, you should leave the skates on the Santa Claus. I put this Santa Claus right up against the edge. There he is. And I believe there is, this is the Simple Stories page piece. No, it's the cluster. This is a cluster, cardboard cluster. And I popped it up. Just covering the one that's already there, just for a dimension. Easy peasy, guys. There we go. Okay, we are moving on to page 6. This is a lot of measuring. So I'll just give you a quick up close of this one. There it is. I have this just left up here because I need to give you the right measurements under there. It normally would be down. There it is. It's kind of following the same line as one we already did. So let's get started because you've got your background page, but what we're going to do is cut all these other little pieces. So you want to take out 16014, the 4x6 elements. And we're going to cut out a few things because we're going to use a lot of these off this piece of paper. So we'll just cut them out now. You can just put a note on them where they're for. Okay, take your header off. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need all 3 pieces here. This one is for your last page, page number 8. These 2 cut out together because you need that full piece of paper behind. So you're cutting out number 6, number 8. These are 6 and this is an 8. The only piece you're going to have left in the end is this one. But remember, these 2 pieces are going to be cut together. Okay. these two pieces here are both for page number 8. I'm going to set those aside. You have a piece set aside. Remember, we cut that early on. You need that piece. You need this piece for this layout. And you need this piece. Now, this piece, you are actually going to use, you're going to take off the Merriam Bright. You're going to cut apart as a 6x8, but then you're going to take 1 inch off the 8-inch side. I'm just second guessing myself. Just we want to do that right there. She watches me to make sure I'm really going to do that. I question myself every time too. I get a little nervous up here. That's the truth. Okay, so if you want to get all of those pieces ready. Now, something I've never mentioned before, but when I'm doing my own stuff at home, I like to put different edges on. It's a little harder to do when we're all together. Anyways, I do have both of these all the time. So I'm going to on this one, and it's not necessary. I'm just going to do the inverted. This is what I call the inverted cut on this one. So if you have one of those, you can do that. Corinne, do you want to borrow these? Yeah. Okay. So I did the inverted on that. And then on this one, I did the round edges just for something different. And then you only need the round edges on 2 sides of this guy. Okay. So I'm going to ink all those pieces that we cut. I got to tell you, I just put a new blade in and it's dull already, meaning maybe 2 pieces of paper ago, like 2 photo packs of paper. So I just got, Teresa just got in some stuff, some of Tim Holt's stuff. And if I can remember, I got to show you the cutest thing that came in of Tim Holt's. It is a little lantern. It is.
Special order.
You have to get Teresa to order them for you because it is lovely. Just putting tape on all of these. Okay, I have got all mine ready. So I'm going to take this green piece first, and I'm going to give you the dimensions again to fit this in here properly. You're going to go down to it. An 1 3/4 from the top. There's an 1 3/4. And then let me get this. And an 1.5 inches from the side. And I know a lot of this is overlap, but it was easier to do this way when I tell you what else we're going to do here. Well, I'm going to explain. You probably all got it figured out. Okay, so you got that piece on. Then this piece, nope, sorry, this piece is going to go on next. I have it going on with the berries or the leaves facing downwards. So this piece is going to go on. It is going to go 5.5 inches over on this green paper. Well, that is not right. I've done something wrong. Guys, I've done something wrong. We're going to go over right to there. Like just about to the edge. Right? And then like that. Oh, I'm sticking. Just about to the edge there. Then this piece of paper tucks in so that it looks like it's a continuation of that piece. Do you know what I mean? From this piece across, it's like a continuation. Okay. Okay, and then this piece, I would just put my ruler there and then I can figure out where that other piece is going to go. There you go. And so then you've got this piece here, and it sits right there. Don't put it on though, because you have another little piece right here that's got to be cut. And it is on 16011. And it's just this little piece right in here. So you can cut that piece out. It's the tiniest little piece. And that you do want to watch because we are using the other side of this paper. There. Okay, so that, I'm gonna ink that and tape it. And I tuck that one up so it goes under these right here. Like that. And then that one, I wanted to keep this edge kind of close, but you want a little bit of separation here. And remember, if it doesn't turn out just like mine, it doesn't matter. It's however it comes together, because sometimes you make a wrong cut and you can make it right, because the last time I made the wrong cut. Okay. Okay. On this one down in here where it says date, I actually take one of these stickers here, the Christmas spirit, and that's what I put inside there. I cover up the date. And that goes right inside there. Over here, I'm using, these are the I call them thickers. Is that what we're calling them?
Which ones?
These
Yeah,
ones?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're the foam stickers.
the foam stickers. Where's my other side of foam stickers here? Right in the paper pack. Okay, and the foam stickers, you should have 2 sets of trees. So I take the bigger tree here, and I put it on so I can like high, so I can still see the Santa Claus here. I don't want to cover that up. So it's going to go on there. Then you're going to take the set of 3 trees, and they actually, you're going to kind of put them over top, but not covering up It's a Wonderful Life. There we go. And then I believe there's a little squirrel right here down by Mary, and I'm putting it right on the corner here. Then there is All is Merry. All is Merry. I think it is. I have so many papers on my desk here. I'm trying to find. There it is. Oh, you're telling me joyful comes from
Where you just took from.
Yeah, okay. Just because it's there, she's telling me, but I can't. I can't find my sheet. Oh, it's right here. It was too close, just right there. So joyful, which came off that sticker sheet, is going down here. Then over here, you've got, I'm not going to put mine on because Teresa is going to do this. You're going to have your picture or wherever you want to put this, because who knows where your pictures are going to be. Those are going to go in there. And then you've got December that comes up here. If you don't want to put that on, because you've got a photo mat, how this is cut, you've got a photo mat coming in here. You see where I did mine wrong? Anyways, it's going to go in there. That's where I made my wrong cut.
Oh.
And you're going to put one here. I'm dropping that. I dropped it so I could put it there. So December was going to go across there. If you wanted to put a full one, so you could put 2 full ones in there. Let's say you had another one. If I had another one cut, you could put another, you could put 2 4x6s there. I think I'll put December on there for Teresa and then let her decide what she wants to do with it. That's what I keep telling you guys. You can just put whatever you want, wherever you want. There we go. Okay. Yep, it's going to go down in here, and it is, I'll just tell you where it's from. It is from the chipboards. And you want the other little squirrel. Just putting Teresa's on for her here. She has to do it this way. I think it's supposed to be getting warmer out there today.
This is how Denise is.
I like your partner there, Denise. She's showing me a picture. She's got her cat beside her.
He loves your voice, Sandy.
What did she say?
She loves your voice. It's so relaxing.
My husband does not say that. Doesn't always think that's relaxing. Okay, we're going to put that one aside, guys. We are on page number 7, a double layout. I got to tell you, I don't love double layouts. And Teresa says, you got to do double layouts, got to do double layouts. So I try to do double layouts for her.
And beware, next class, you've got a couple.
I think you got 4 in the next class. So here is the next one. This is an accumulation of pictures of Katie and I baking with Reed. As you all know, when you bake with kids, you're not sure you're going to eat that stuff, but that is what it is. So I guess let's just get cutting because there's lots of little cuts to make again. Okay, let's start with you have to cut all your own mats. So I just want to point this out now. On mine, I took my 4x6 mat here, and because I had these pictures with a lot of space around them, I cut mine small. So I left the 4x6 here, or the 6-inch by, but then the 4 inches, I can't even talk. I cut off the top of it So if you had a 4x6, it would be coming up further, right? There's 4 1/4. You can take, if you want to take a full 4.5 by 6, you can. Everything will still fit in. You'll just have to pop that one thing up. I cut it down because I wanted to put little pictures in here, but be aware that you can cut it and you can go over the mat here. Like if you want it to be more even, you could pull this one down here a little bit still into the plaid and lift this up so they're more balanced up there. Just to be aware of that, because that's what I did for mine. You don't have to do that. You can make that a full 4x6, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Anyway, so you've got the stuff to cut those mats. So I'm going to take these out and we'll get these papers cut for this layout. Let's start with the trickier one here. You want 16012, the 3x4 elements. I'm kind of going to go out of order because how it says in the directions is to cut the photo mats and then season's best. But I want to get down here to cut 2 pieces on the element side. So what we're really trying to save is this piece down in the corner. So you need to cut all these separate ones out. So that's what you have to be aware of when you're cutting. So let's cut off the header. And that's why we're cutting it on this side. We're actually going to use the other side. Okay, so then you want a piece. So you're going to cut across there 4 inches by 11.5. So let's go down 4 inches. We know that these are 4x6 or 4x6 elements. No, 3x4 elements. Is that right? Can't think.
3x4, yeah.
3x4. So you're going to cut. There's 4. There's 4. So you're going to cut that. Okay. And the next one is, we'll cut the other piece after. No, let's do it now because it doesn't matter. You want this one 4 by 11.5. Then the piece of paper is done. Okay, so you've got that piece. The next piece you want 4 3/4. But what you really want is you want it so you don't cut that. So if you put it right on the top of, can you see that? All roads, you need that all roads. So that's where you're going to make that cut. Just your 4, it's not quite 4 3/4, but that will do. So you want to make sure you have that together for the other side. So that little piece you're going to fussy cut, or however you're going to do it later. So you want that little piece. So you've got 2 pieces cut for that, those 2 pieces and that. Oh, sorry. I didn't cut the length. It's 11.5 again. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to take this plaid piece of paper right here, and you need a piece 7 1/4 by 8.5. cutting off the header. So 7¼ by 8½. So on these, those are your major cuts. So on mine, once again, I put inverted cuts on all of them. So I'll just quickly do that. Totally up to you if you want that. You see how ragged my edges are getting? And I don't know how to keep my blade, extend my blade longer. Obviously, I should just not scrapbook as much. Okay. Did you want these? Okay, so that piece fits down there. That piece goes there. That piece goes up there. Oh, and you got to go back and get where that piece is. Where is my other piece? Um, 16, this one right here. The one that you only have one piece cut out of. You need to cut a piece 4¾ by 11½. This way. And the cut on this one doesn't matter which way you go. Although the birds do go this way, because I was going to say you don't use this paper for anything else. So the paper goes horizontally, so you might want to cut that way. You might not, it doesn't really matter because it's all being covered up. So 4¾ 4¾ by 11½. So all of those pieces that we've just cut out you can ink them and tape them. You get done that, you can fussy cut those words out, all roads are lead home for Christmas.
You do opposite what I do. I go first and then tape, and you take first.
Well, you know, sometimes I tape first usually because I am really bad about getting ink everywhere. But you know, as anal as I am, I'm okay if I see ink on my piece of paper because I like vintage looking. And so I just think, oh, that just makes it look a little vintagey. So I started my every year I do less and less and less Christmas baking, but I did do my nuts and bolts the other day. And mine is basically you put all the ingredients in a pan and in the biggest roaster you have, and then every time you take it out of the oven, every half hour, and you cook it for 2.5 hours, you add more butter and garlic and stuff. So every time I took it out of the oven, my daycare kids were in there. They're just all around me. If a piece fell on the ground when I was stirring it, they were scooping it up. Man, they liked it. And they liked it warm. They liked Cheerios warm. They liked the nuts warm. So I had to hide it from them and from my husband. So I have, in my veranda, I have built-in seating area around 3 sides of it. And in one of them, we have shoes and boots. But in one of them is dress up clothes for the daycare. And they love playing dress up in my veranda. And so they don't play it all winter. So I went out there and I took all the dress up clothes out of it. And I put them in a box in the basement because we won't play until spring now, or at least until after Christmas. And I put a container in there, and I hid all the nuts and bolts in the veranda in that box, and he'll never look in there because he thinks it's dress up clothes. Oh, Corrine says she could come over and eat there.
Now I know where they are.
Yes. So there's how this is going to look, guys. You're going to space those in there. I've got the wrong one on there. The narrow one goes in there. Then this guy goes down here. And this one up here. I am having a bad day here. I cut this one too short. It's going to go like that anyways. Don't do that, guys. Okay, so when you're putting them on, you have in your little sticker package, you have the words Christmas cheer. So you want to make sure you have enough room in there that Christmas cheer is going to fit. And I had already pre-done these at home. So you'll want to make sure you have room before you stick those on down there.
It's a good thing for the sticker maker too, if they have one.
Yeah, because those are just so hard to put on if you don't have one. I'm going to be, you guys don't need to tell Teresa. I'm going to put the longer one on the bottom because the top one I cut short and it'll just balance better. You probably want to line these up along the bottom so that you're leaving the same amount of room. Stand up here. Okay. Okay, I want to give you guys a little tip. You probably all know this. But this, if you take out this Christmas, don't take the pieces out for it. It goes out of there. And then you can use this as a template, so you can get it, the picture, the letters back on straight. So I just popped out my letters for Christmas. Okay, just gonna show you. I'll pop it over here. Then I put it right up here and figure out where I want to put Christmas. And if you're going to change the size of your picture for a 4x6 up there, I'd pop Christmas up closer to the top. I don't know if you weren't here maybe when I was talking about that, Corinne. You could put 2 4x6s in here as opposed to what I did. I cut a 4x6 shorter. So if you're going to do that, you might want to pop Christmas up here. So that's how I did it. I figured out where to put it, and then you basically, you put that there and you put the letters back in. You see what I mean? I'm gonna put it right up here. Stand up to do this. When I'm cutting letters out on my Cricut, this is the hardest thing I have, is to then get them on the page straight. This is kind of a handy little thing here. Well, it makes you get your S's the right way too. Look at that, straight. It's a little hack there. Okay. You have just a little bit of fussy cutting because you have your bells, or your ornaments, sorry, your ornaments to cut out and your twine to put on. I got to admit, I cut these out last night so that I could. I get nervous about these things and just got to have these things done. And so Teresa has given, or Corrine has given you twine. I don't have these popped up, but you could pop up these. I think I might. On my original, I didn't, but I think I'm gonna pop them up. Of course, I'd need 4 on here, wouldn't I?
What do you would like?
4 of them, that's how many I'd like. Oh, I'm gonna tie it on. I cut that piece of string in half, or maybe she gave you 2 pieces.
I
I'm
gave
not.
her 2 pieces.
2 pieces she did. So I tie it on. Oh, I need piece. I tie it on like that.
Around the same.
Oh, I put a hole in the top. Sorry. I took my little hole maker or something. Poker. Tie them on like that. So you just put a knot here so that because you're basically going to place them where you want and you're going to tape them on the back. So I'm going to kind of decide where I want them. Oh yeah, it looks good popped up. There. Then you just, all I do is, I don't have Scotch tape here, but I usually just take Scotch tape and just pull them to the other side. I'm just going to use this sequin and just tape them to the other side. Help if I put that guy on straight. Oh. Now you have a little tag there, a green tag in your package, and you're going to put the words joy. And if you want to do the same thing again, you can just do the same thing as you did before with joy. Kind of get it in the middle. I don't know how you get that in the middle. Okay, I might just, that's not as easy to get in the middle of that one. I'll just put it on Joy. So Joy is going to go right in here. Remember to leave room at the bottom because you're going to put those words, all roads lead home for Christmas. Okay, I've got Joy on there. Ink it, tape it, and then that's going to go on below. You see how I have all this mess? This is what happens in my room too.
Maybe that's why they all keep their video off on the TV. They don't want us to see their space.
Okay. So when I'm doing these at night, I think it's because I watch TV, or sometimes I just really have to think about, I personally need pictures in order to design a page or make a page. And so I'm watching TV and I'm making a page, and my husband's on the other side of the basement. And I'm just going to fussy cut these now, guys, these words. And the end of the evening comes and I say, oh, Keith, come and see what I've done. And I've done one little single page. And I think he wonders what I've done the rest of the evening. But literally, sometimes it takes me that long. Sometimes I have it all figured out and I have it taped, and then I think, okay, that's enough for tonight. I will tape it down the next night. I can hardly wait till I'm retired and I can just do it all day long, I tell you. But then, of course, I won't be able to afford to do it. I'm going to have to keep my husband working longer. Okay, this time you could put these guys through your tape machine too.
I suggest that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not.
Is the washi tape too wide? I have different sizes of washi tape. You can buy different Suquang tape.
Yes, there's also.
For the next class, guys, if you're taking the next class, I'm just thinking ahead, is you'll want to bring or put in your close to you is some Suquang that you don't care about, because we just need a couple pieces because we're going to kind of build a piece of paper.
Okay, now you're backwards. They need washi tape for that.
What did I say?
You said Suquang.
Okay.
Removable tape.
You need removable tape. I just used washi tape that I thought I was going to like and didn't like the color after. That's what I use.
So they could use washi tape or the removable tape runners type thing.
Right. It's just so that you can kind of tape the page together. It was just the way that I worked this one page.
It'll be on your list of supplies.
Well, I'm hoping I remember that.
It was on this list of supplies.
Oh, we put it on this list.
Yeah, and we don't.
We didn't need it on this list. I just want you to know I take full responsibility for whatever goes on there that's wrong.
I just read it.
She just writes it. Types it, adds everything to it. Okay, this is, you're going to put your words down here. All roads lead. I have it lead home. So I've kind of done them in 3 or 4 lines. There it is. So on this page, to finish up this page, I think we just have a few little pieces of holly. I'm going to put one up here and kind of put it on there. Got to find the other piece over here. Okay. I'm going to go to this side and I'm going to put on my words. So I did mine on this maker. And this is just an eyeball thing. I have been noted to take these off many times and put them on to try to get them on there right. So if you were on last time, I told you my son got engaged. Nothing new on that front. No word of when anything might happen. Oh, if you guys got bags that you don't want anymore, you can always return to Teresa and then we'll reuse them for the next class. And I think the next class, what we're going to do is bag each page stuff by itself. so that you're not looking around and looking for what you need.
So you might have a lot of it.
So you might have a lot of bags next time. Well, you will have a lot of bags.
I would just drop them off at the store and ask if Mike can give them to Teresa.
And on this one here, well, I always seem to lose the dots for my eyes. This time I actually have it here, but you know, you can always just put it in with a marker. Or if you have a little cutter, like a little, what are they called that you can,
Like a hole punch?
a hole punch, the little, see, I've got it this time and I can't get it off my finger. There, Christmas cheer. And I didn't bring it with me, but on these, there's always a little bit of residue left. And if you have, what is it called? What's that brown?
It's an eraser.
It's an eraser. It's a brown eraser.
It's an adhesive eraser.
Adhesive, yeah, that will work on there to get rid of all that extra.
She carries some.
And Teresa carries them. They're down at the store.
I don't know how much.
And you've got on your pop-ups, your foam ones, there is a little poinsettia that's going to go in there. And then on my originals, once again, I've just gone along and I've put baking spirit Sprite, because I don't know what you're putting on yours. I've got December traditions, home for the holidays. Just, you know, there's so many little sayings you could put on there depending on what you're going to do. I'm going to stick a few of these on for Teresa so she knows. I'm going to show you here, if you can see that. This is what I talked about. You can always push that one up, this one down, and have two like that. Maybe it doesn't look as good because it cuts off that, but it will be fine. But you know, I think you could put something behind it because that was cut for a smaller, but you could, if you know you're going to do, oh, we've already made it, so forget it. We've already made it. I was going to say you could, you know, cut it differently. Yeah. Good. Anyways, that is that page. So you can put your photo mats on wherever you want at a later time. And now take a breath, because this next one is hard and you will have to think. That was a big joke. You didn't even laugh.
Oh, sorry, I didn't laugh out loud.
You know what? I had to do this, as simple as it is. And this was really coincidental. I had done the page. I wasn't sure what was going on here. And we went for a walk through Happy Valley. And all these deers were standing at the top. We were on the walking path and all these deers were standing there looking at us. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. Just looking at me. And I'd done this page already. It was like he wanted to be like remembered for all. So this is so simple because you have left in your little pile of stuff. Remember, you cut out this piece, enjoy. So all you're going to do is cut it smaller. And you've got this other piece that becomes the background in there. And we already gave you the photo piece. So basically, you are going to cut this background, or the header off of this piece of paper. And once again, obviously, you're not just going to have a deer sitting around to put in that. But you know, a nice, I don't know, you could put a lot of pictures in it. You could put anything. I was going to say a calm picture of a child looking at a Christmas tree. So obviously I will never get that with my 2 grandchildren because calm is not their name. So I cut this, this peace, joy, and love. I actually cut it at 3 3/4. I think I basically took off this side. So 3 3/4. Yeah. So if you put it in and at 3 3/4, you take off this side over here. So as you see, because we're almost finished, there are lots and lots of stickers left. There's lots of, you know, little pieces of paper left. There's tons of these chipboards left. And really, when I looked at them, I thought, man, that takes up a lot of room on a page. But you could make some cards with those. You've got lots of pieces of these left. You could make cards with, if like, I can't because I'm not a card maker. But I know that a lot of you guys do cards. Look at those big pieces of paper left. There's, you know, there's pieces of paper left all over for you guys just to play today. So now that I've finished all the pages for Teresa, we have no other paper coming up yet. They haven't introduced the next lines. But I'm going to finish up my fall paper. And I did, is it online, Karine, the one with all the leaves?
Not yet.
Okay, there's a fall one that's coming on that I had
We need to take a better picture.
so much fun with. I used Tim Holtz Distress Ink, and it's where you, I think I've taught it before at crops, where you take on your cutting board or whatever, you just stamp your cutting board, or yeah, like this with all your distress inks, like just with the ink pad. And then you give it a spritz and then you run your paper through it. So I did it with all fall colors. And then I let it dry and I cut out leaves. Like I have about 4 or 5 leaf cut, like Tim Holtz leaf dies. And I cut out all these leaves. And then I basically knew what picture I wanted in the center, which was 4.5 by 6, and I set it in the center of the page and drew a square around it. And then I took the leaves and I basically made a circle in the middle of the page with all the leaves. I just love the way it turned out. It turned out really, really well. I'm putting this piece of peace, joy, and love. I'm covering up the whole deer, and all that's left up there is his antlers. And there's 2 dots on a leaf there, and I've got that on this side of it. So I'm just going to set it right in there. So anyways, that's coming on the website, and I think some of the other fall pictures are coming on.
Yeah.
Do you know, is that paper that I used from Simple Stories?
I'm not sure.
We're not-
Stories or Cartabella.
It's either Simple Stories or maybe Cartabella.
It's just when we have time, we're a little bit preoccupied with everything else going on. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Our website is www.scrappingwitht.ca, where you can watch this video after if you need to review something or catch up on something. So we have an inspiration section where Bonnie and Sandy and some of my stuff were a whole bunch of already finished creations where you can view those, just pictures. But it's good for inspiration to do your own, I guess.
When you look at this, you'll notice that my photo mat looks bigger than the one on the original, because it is. I made this a regular size photo mat, whereas my picture of the deer was smaller. I cut out all the excess, so I made my photo mat smaller, but it's the right size on here for if you want to put anything in there. So that is it, guys. We are done. Lots of stuff left for you guys to still create. Karina, is there something you want me to